Welcome to the Kingdoms of Tribus. We are happy to have you joining in our adventure, but we are far from the beginning. Our adventure started months ago when pandemic hit the land and a new group of friends found the escape of adventure to be more exciting than their imposed, quarantined lives. The fun and excitement they found was contagious, and soon this full party was having so much fun, they decided they wanted to share it with you. All of our adventures take place in Tribus, 3 kingdoms with 3 rulers who almost a century ago decided that their respective lands would grow better if not interrupted with a nuisance of warring conflict. Borders were drawn, agreements were made, and Amma, Ujat, and Patrium lived at peace with each other. Each ruled differently and each had their own internal struggles, some more than others. But the kingdoms grew, and for the most part became lands where the people were able to live and work and strive. The first adventurer to join the group was Branimir. Branimir spent his early years in Patrium as a soldier fighting against the undead chaos that increasingly plagues the kingdom. After a traumatic battle where he feared to be the only remaining survivor, he fled to Amma, a relatively more peaceful kingdom to the east. It was in Amma where Branimir felt his calling and learned of the Uplifter, a god of mercy and generosity. It was a chance encounter with Notri, a fellow cleric, that cemented his faith and put him on the path of adventure and the pursuit of helping those in need. Since on the path, Branimir has seen groupmates come and go, but he has remained faithful to his call and the belief that what the Uplifter has for him will not only change his own life, but hopefully the life of many others along the way. Early in Branimir's journey, while at the White Lady Inn, a high-end house of leisure and vice, Branimir and Boltzmann's life began to intertwine. Alexander Boltzmann, once a top weapons engineer for Amma Special Forces, was lying low, doing odd jobs for the madam of the house, when he and Branimir began an unlikely friendship, a bond forged over battle. A friendship that has proved to be important as well as somewhat surprising to both of them. Boltzmann is always ready to help his friends, offering support in form of his artificer constructs, magic-imbued items, and personal arcane devices, but has recently been forced to focus on helping himself after realizing that he has inadvertently infected himself with a mind flayer parasite that wishes to ultimately change Boltzmann from human to illithid. Dante, another soldier from Patrium, joined next. His swashbuckling, roguish style is a welcome departure from Branimir and Boltzmann's sometimes shy personalities. Dante loves adventure, loves crowds, and loves to romance the prettiest face in the room. Well, second prettiest if he includes his own. This social butterfly is not without a serious side. Although it's hard for him to open up to others about his past, the bonds he is making within the group are slowly causing his feelings to show. Dante enjoys people and would rather always to be the cause of laughter and fun than to think he would somehow bring the party to an end with a sad thought or tragic tale. Saoirse joined the adventure after stumbling upon our heroes deep within the Volk's Point Owlbear Reserve. After guiding the group along the way, Saoirse decided to stay on after finding out the group was helping to fight not just local wrongdoers, but enemies on a much grander, more menacing scale. Previously a scout in her father's Amian Vanguard platoon, she quit the military for a much quieter life in her beloved forest. Once seeing the imminent evil the group was now helping to defend against, she left her beloved home, joining the group and adding much to this already diverse party. The newest member, Camiel, may be both the fiercest and the most happy-go-lucky of the group, depending on to whom she's speaking. A chosen paladin of Sister Ava, Ujat's goddess of growth and fertility, she is brave enough to confront evil wherever she sees it, but doesn't let that stop her from staying happy and light most of the time. I can tell you that the adventures that you missed so far have been great, but looking ahead, the dangers are greater, and these heroes are positioning themselves to be on the front lines. I can't wait for you to join us now with the Kingdoms of Tribus.